God's peace be with you. The parable of the persistent widow in Luke 18 is about the necessity for disciples to pray always without becoming weary. It is a challenging parable, especially as Jesus compares God today to a dishonest judge. Now, God, of course, is not dishonest. So what is Jesus' point? First, we are to pray always. We are to pray without ceasing. Prayer is our communication with God. Prayer is our lifeline, especially in times of trouble. Isn't it wonderful and assuring that we have a God to turn to rather than just depending on ourselves? We pray because we trust God. We rely on Him. We hope for His help. Second, we are to pray without becoming weary. We must persist in prayer. When our prayers do not seem to be answered, we are to pray even more. Jesus did say that when His chosen ones call out to Him day and night, He will not be slow to answer them. But the word slow is a human perception, because in God a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years like a day. We know God does answer prayer. But if there seems to be undue delay in His response, this happens for a number of good reasons. One, God is training us to persist, endure, and persevere. Such is needed in our life in the world. Things do not come easy. We need to fight for what is our due. We need to have patience, but with persistence. Two, we become more aware that prayer is not just a mechanical process by which we get God to do what we want, but is about an intimate relationship. The more we are into prayer, the deeper is our relationship with God. And of course, the more that we have our persistent troubles, the more that we pray. Three, as we seek to understand why God does not seem to grant our prayer, especially for justice to be done, we can begin to focus not so much on the challenge facing us, but on our own personal situation. We can begin to shift our focus from the splinter in the other's eye to the plank in our own. We examine ourselves more. We double-check our own righteousness. Are we really God's chosen ones for whom He will secure our rights? God would then use this situation to move us further along the path to holiness. This parable also teaches us to pursue what is just and right and good and true. We look at social injustices and we pursue the matter with God in and through prayer. Jesus says, will not God then secure the rights of His chosen ones who call out to Him day and night? Yes, but we also act in the world. We confront the unjust situation as need be. We persist. The judge was worried because the widow kept bothering him, and he was forced to deliver a just decision for her, lest she finally come and strike him. So we fight, even against great odds. In the situation of the world today, there are many like the dishonest judge who neither fear God nor respect any human being. They are anti-God, anti-family, and anti-life. Authentic Christians are to resist. We are to stand for Christ and for His true church. And so we persist in prayer. We must never be discouraged by setbacks in life. We continue to boldly face challenges. We seek justice from our God. As the widow said to the judge, render a just decision for me against my adversary. And we are to trust in God's response. As Jesus says in verse 8, I tell you, He will see to it that justice is done for them speedily. God bless you.